Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, I'll be making that wrapper and blouse that is on the thumbnail, and I'll be making use of 4 years of Duchess. Yes, and if you're interested in learning how to do that, keep watching this video. So I've put my fabric on fold. Yes, I'll cut the back and I'll use it to cut the front. So what I'm going to be doing here is to measure the highest point of my body measurements, which is the bust. So, and I will add 2 inches for sewing allowance before you get the measurement for the folding. So I've already done that. So I'm trying to remove this part that I don't want to be on the fabric. After I was done removing that, the next thing I will do is to come down by 1 inch, and that I'll be using that line as my starting point. So from the shoulder, I will go down by 8 as the armhole measurement. That's the armhole measurement I'll be using. Then I will get the shoulder plus half an inch, shoulder divided by 2 plus half an inch for the sleeve joining. Then I'll also make sure I have the same measurement here. I will take it to the other side. That is my armhole measurement. I will go down to my waist measurement, to the client's waist measurement, and after the waist I will get the full length, which is 23 inches here. Yes, 22 inches, and I added extra 1 inch for the hemming allowance. After doing that, I will take up my armhole line back to the shoulder, like you can see me doing. And what I'll do, I'll come down by half an inch for shoulder slant, and I will divide what I have by 2, and I'll mark it right there. And I'll measure the bust, divide the bust into 4. Whatever I have, I will impute it on the bust line. Yes, and I'll add extra 2 inches, 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. Don't mind the 2 lines that I have there. That is 2 inches in total as the extra inches I added. Then I will curve the armhole just the way you see me doing. Then the neckline is 3 inches, and I will go down by 1 inch. This is the back we are drafting first, and I will curve it this way. After I'm done doing that, I will take my pin to hold this down so that it doesn't shift in any way. Yes, then I will slant the shoulder, and I'll come up there and add half an inch for the shoulder joining. Yes, I always do that, so you can do yours. Then I'll come to the waist, divide it by 4, and add extra 2 inches. So I'll also do the same thing to the hip line. I will divide the hip by 4 and add extra 2 inches. After I'm done doing that, I will use my ruler to connect the lines together. After connecting the lines together, I will go ahead and cut this out. Yes. After I'm done cutting it out, the next thing to do is to come up by 2 inches at the side, and I will connect it to the center front just like you can see me doing, and I'll use my scissors to cut it out. And this is what we have here. So it's time to cut the front. On a folded fabric, I will get the back and I will place it to the front. When placing it, I will make sure to tilt it in this manner. So don't place it this way, you tilt it just the way you see me doing right here. So you've already determined how low you want it to be, the cowl neckline, how low you want it to be. So whatever inches you want it to go down with, like you want your cowl effect to go down to, that is what you will measure here. So I want to use 10 inches for this one. So you place it on the shoulder part. I'm using 10 inches. You can use as high as you want or as low as 7, 8, 9, but I used 10 and it's okay. You can still use 12. Then you connect it this way, connecting it from your shoulder line and not the neckline, the shoulder. That's where you connect it. And once you are done connecting it, you cut it out. Yes, you cut it the way you can see me cutting it out right now. So determine how low you want to go and that is what you will measure, and you will get this. So let's cut this. So when I get to that part, I will stop because I want to get the front armhole. Then I'll use my chalk to indicate it, just like you can see me doing. After indicating it, I'll use chalk to curve it, just as you can see me doing, sorry. After cutting it out, you will now trace out your armhole, front armhole. So I divided the armhole by 2 and I went in by 0.75. Then you curve it this way. You can choose to leave yours, but I want my arm to mark out my front armhole, and that is what I just did right now. So guys, at this point I forgot to notch the shoulder. Yes. So remember, before you trace out the front armhole, while the back is still on, notch the shoulder so that you know when to stop joining the facing of the front while doing that. So now what I want to do is I'll fold another fabric for me to cut the front facing. So I will fold the fabric this way and I'll place the front just like you can see me doing right here. Remember to use your pin to hold it down. So I will go ahead and come to the armhole part and I will go down by 3 inches. I will mark it to the front part so that it will be visible. Also make a straight line just like this. Use my tape to get the straight line and I will mark it. Make a mark with my chalk right there. You can see that I already got the line I wanted, and I will draw a straight line, and I will use my scissors to cut this. Place back your back before you start cutting this, just like you can see me doing. When you get to that part, you can go ahead and also cut out the upper part of this, just like you can see me. After doing that, you can take it up, just like you can see me doing, and make a cut at that straight line. And this is what we have here. Take off the pins, and once you're done doing that, this is what we have here. So you open the front part and you also open the facing, and you will place it right side facing right side. Yeah, so this is what you have here. So this is the part you needed to notch that shoulder part that I told you about. Yes, but I'll still show you how to get it. So now I'll be joining this. I'll be joining this. So I'll be joining the way you can see my finger running, but if you notch the shoulder, you will not be taking it up to that part. Keep watching and you will understand better. So this is the back, and I'll be using a bias tape to pipe that part. Yes, I'll be using a bias tape to do that. So also do yours, and this is what you will have here. So this is the back. Always iron. If you sew, you iron, because this is Dutchess. They always shrink, or what do I call it? They always look as if it's not ironed. So this is the front. I will show you how to do that. I've already joined and notched before I remembered that I did not notch the shoulder part I told you about. So how to do is that you place it this way, place the back on top of it this way. That's before you do your bias piping. Yes, you place it this way, and you will mark out, make a mark with your chalk. And if you do that, this is what you will have here. So that part, you will mark it out and you will go ahead and stitch. After stitching, this is what you have here. Yes, I will use my scissors to make a notch, just like you can see me doing. Yes, I stitched and took it up so that when I cut it, this is what I will have here. So this is my shoulder line. This is where I'll be joining the two shoulders together. Yes. So now I've corrected it. This is what we have here. Make sure to iron very, very well. So I will place my back and the front right side facing right side, and I'll use my pin to hold this down, just like you can see me doing. And I'll also do the same thing to the other part. And once you're following the steps I'm giving you, you will eventually get to this point. Yes, so I'll go ahead and go stitch the shoulders and also use 1 inch to join the sides, and we'll be back. So at this point I'm done doing that. So this is what we have here. You can see that the cowl effect is already there. So I'll go ahead and use bias tape to pipe the down part. Yes, so after piping it, this is what we also have here. The top is already done. So let me turn it to the wrong side so that you can see it. So now I did not go up to the armhole part while joining the sides because I'll be joining my sleeve. So I'll measure my armhole measurements. Yes. After measuring it, I'll use it to cut out my sleeve. So this is my sleeve here. I will go ahead and join the hem the down part by 1 inch, and I will also go ahead and notch and also join it to the blouse, and we are done. So this is what I have right here. It is time to go over to the wrapper. Yeah, so for the wrapper I made use of 51 inches of length, and the width is 1 yard 33 inches. That is what I used for the width, and the length is 51 inches. Then from the length was where, before I got to 51 inches, it was from the length that I took out the one I used for the band. Yes, so for the band I wanted one of it, I'll be sharing this one into two. I wanted one of the band to be like 60 to 50 inches long. So determine how long you want yours to be. Yes, and I wanted the length to be 5 inches. Then after joining, I will have about 2 inches. After joining and turning it over, I'll have about 2 inches left. So this is the band. You can see 10 inches, and I will mark it out and get what I want. After cutting it out, this was what I have. So I'll go ahead and join it. Yes. So after joining, this is what I have right here. Go ahead and iron it. Then for the wrapper, this is what I have here. I will go ahead and hem the parts that needs to be hemmed. I will be folding it half and half an inch, and I will stitch. So I'll go ahead to do the sides. I'll do the upper one. You can also do the down part if it's not neat enough to leave it that way. So after that, this is what I have right here. Yes, so I am done doing that, and it is time to stitch the band right here. So stitching the band, you are going to place it this way. Yes, so I will go in by like, I will take it in by like 0.75, and I will also stitch this at that part where I ran my stitch, where I hemmed the sides, like where I folded it, where I hemmed it. That is where I'll be stitching it. Yes, so that you don't have rough lines everywhere. So use your pen and hold it down. Then you join from the right side so that you can join it at that particular line you hemmed the sides. So once you're done, this is what you will have here. I've already tied the wrapper, and this is it. So if this video was helpful to you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment if you have any questions, and see you on my next tutorial. Bye.